Happy Odaiba Memorial Day, yes. On August 1st, 1999, 7 young kids went to camp for the summer and wound up living in a digital land. But now, 26 years later, a new adventure is about to begin, as today we got information on the brand new Digimon Anime, Digimon BeatBreak. And I'm going to tell you everything we know. What is up, digital companions? My name is Karn EX and welcome back to another video, and happy Odaiba Day. Plus, if it's not welcome back, please do consider subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment, helps the channel grow. And if you're already a subscriber, if you already watch these videos and love them, I would love it if you could help me out. Because Digimon Partners, Digimon Web is currently running a questionnaire. The questionnaire asks various questions about your experience with the Digimon franchise, but it also has a section asking about content creators, YouTubers, and the like. It would mean the world to me if you could take this questionnaire first of all and help Digimon know what their audience is, but also make them fully aware, if they weren't already, that your boy Karn EX exists. It would mean the world to me. Alright, so Digimon BeatBreak. Well, it all began a few days ago when they started a countdown teasing an emergency broadcast on Odaiba Day at 8:01 a.m. Japanese time. 0801, 0801. You love to see it. The emergency broadcast itself was about 25 minutes long. I might watch it on a stream coming soon, but we're going to do all the pertinent information here. I might still stream at some point. Originally today I was going to stream, but I thought no, this should really be a video. But we also got an official trailer with English subtitles and English title cards for Digimon BeatBreak. Now, Toei will exterminate me from space if I play this whole thing, so I'm going to be showing screenshots. However, if you want to check it out, the link is in the description down below. So we open on this futuristic device that says E. We'll get to that in a minute. The time and date, 17th of May, Tuesday, 7 a.m. And the hand of our new protagonist Tomorrow Tenma interacting with it. We get this cute little face, and then we see many apps on this device, and yeah, that shape, it's familiar, isn't it? It kind of looks Digivicey, specifically Adventure Digivicey. I'm sure it's a coincidence. We also see the Sapotama weather report and that Tenma lives in Hikarigahama City. Then text says a world that achieved development through emotionally generated energy. Tenma grasping towards this giant egg structure in the middle of the city. This really actually reminds me of Lacuna from Digimon Liberator, funnily enough, but this is obviously much more of a egg. Then we get a shot of Tomorrow, and something I find very interesting, apart from his ear piercings, is that yes, he has headphones in. The theme of this season is Beat Break, you know, like a musical beat. Then the text, emotion-devouring digital lifeforms that lurk in the shadows. This was a theme that we had already seen in the starter promotion for Beat Break way back when at Digimon Con. Tomorrow seems to be grasping his Sapotama again, but something is different now. It's purple. We see it very quickly say error and then Digimon, and Tomorrow seems shocked at this fact. Then the Digi-Egg, the Digitama, bursts forth in golden light, revealing the light version of the baby and in training of what would eventually become Gekomon, Tomorrow Tenma's Digimon partner, who immediately bites his partner on the arm and seems to inflict some kind of cold damage, but I think this is this emotional devouring they're talking about. It might not necessarily be a bad thing. Then we see that Tomorrow Tenma is voiced by Miyu Irino. This is the Japanese voice cast, of course. We don't know about a dub at this stage. We also don't know where it's airing, what streaming platforms it's on, etc. Something really cool about that is that Miyu Irino is the Japanese voice of Sora in Kingdom Hearts, as well as a bunch of other things like Sabo in One Piece, but most pertinent to me because it's my favorite anime, he is the voice of Jintan in Anohana. Amazing. Then we see that Gekomon is voiced by Megumi Han. We also knew this already from a couple of weeks ago. Megumi is also a voice actor that you might know from Digimon Cross Wars, as she voiced Airu, but she's also the voice of, and I love this name, Gon Freaks from Hunter x Hunter, as well as a bunch of other anime, but more recently she was the voice of TK or Takeru in the Digimon Adventure 2020 anime, and the voice of Nokia in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. That's so sick. Both of these, Miyu and Megumi, are Digimon fans, and there are many more Digimon fans in this cast, which we'll get to in a minute or two. We see Gekomon just being a freak, using his tongue and his claws to navigate around. Very cool, different style of rookie partner. And Tomorrow running away. I think this is definitely the kind of first scene still where Gekomon hatches from the Digi-Egg, and I think Tomorrow straight up runs away from his partner, and Gekomon is in pursuit, wanting just to be friends with Tomorrow, but obviously Tomorrow is freaked out by Gekomon. We then see sort of graffiti in the shape of a heartbeat line, and this is a theme that I'm really excited for this season to explore, before and gives me some hope for another Digimon product which appears to be dead. Gekomon leaps up and is framed by the moon. This is another reference, as well as the crescent moon on its forehead, to its double meaning of its name. Gecko, as in gecko, but also gecko, moonlight. But Gekomon here is not leaping at tomorrow, but instead another Digimon that at this stage has not been named, but appears to be some kind of stitched together wolf-like or dog-like Digimon who probably was going to attack tomorrow, but Gekomon intervened. This is probably going to be that moment in the show where Tomorrow realizes that Gekomon's kind of on his side and can be his partner. We then get a reference to Golden Dawn and the cleaner team that handles the heinous Digimon incidents that are happening unknown to the world, with a shot of another Digimon, which I'll talk about in just a sec. We see a human character, a bunch of humans on perhaps public transport, using their Sapotama to watch things like sports. Another new Digimon on top of their tamer's head, Tamer, running towards the camera. Another character, and again, Digimon Creative, are you doing this for me? Because what this character appears to be holding is the Fan Beamon baby stage Pupumon. I mean, maybe, probably not, but maybe it could be for me. It's not for me, but it is Pupumon. And then we end on Gekomon saying, "That's it, tomorrow, show me more of your beats," with the Digi-Egg shape and the heartbeat running through it. If you were a fan or followed the Vital Bracelet promotions in the run-up to the Vital Bracelet's release and afterwards, this feels like very similar imagery, incredibly similar imagery. Now, we have not seen a Vital Bracelet anywhere near this show, and as I'll talk about in a minute, it seems like the Sapotama is more like a Digi-Egg Digivice hybrid, but I live in hope. Then the tagline of the show, "Glitch the Future," before another shot of Gekomon with purple, kind of egg-like energy coming from his tummy. This is probably a Digivolution sequence about to happen. And then the title card, Digimon BeatBreak. Now, it doesn't say it in this version of the trailer, but we do have confirmation that Digimon BeatBreak is starting on October 5th, 2025. 2 days or 3 days in Japan after Digimon Story Time Stranger launches. It's going to be a very busy October, especially given the fact that Digimon Elysian is having a closed beta this month in August. There's a real chance that that's launching in October too. My god. Something of note is that the Japanese version does specifically state October 5th, but the English trailer just says October. This might indicate that depending on the platform that BeatBreak is releasing on, for English-speaking audiences, it might come a little bit later into October, whether that's Crunchyroll, subbed, or maybe even dubbed somewhere, but probably not, as this trailer still hyped up the Japanese cast even in the English version. Okay, so that's the first trailer, but we are far from done here. There is so much more to talk about. First of all, I want to dive into the Digimon BeatBreak TV Twitter account, which posted about some key words you're going to want to know about BeatBreak, and the first is the Sapotama. I believe this comes from the word support, and tamago, egg. An egg-shaped device equipped with supporting AI that runs on e-pulse. They have become widely used, and society is designed around the assumption that people own them. So this is something that everybody has. It's not like a special Digivice that only certain people get like in other seasons. However, it does seem that some kind of error can happen, as we see in the trailer, turning them into Digi-Eggs. It also kind of looks like it explodes, so is Tomorrow still gonna have a Sapotama afterwards, or are we gonna get a new Sapotama? Like I say, this very likely could be the Digivice. The shape and orientation of it really remind me of a very egg-shaped, much more rounded Digivice, specifically the original Digivice from Adventure and the Adventure 2020 Digivice. Even the coloration and everything, that kind of just off-white grey, super Digivice reminiscent. Even the D-Arc, I guess you could say too. Then we have the E-Pulse, human thoughts and emotions converted into energy. The quality and strength varies from person to person and also changes depending on physical and mental state. Again, god, the Vital Bracelet, you were killed too soon. If the Vital Bracelet is not involved in this series, I hope it is. So many of these themes of the E-Pulse and emotion line up so closely to the Vital Bracelet and resonating your heartbeat with your partner. Then we've got the Cleaners, which is kind of our group of this season. Think of it like the Crackers in, it's always going to be funny, Digimon Seekers, or the Hack Team in Digimon Cyber Sleuth, etc. The Cleaners are a bounty hunter whose goal is to capture wanted criminals and solve Digimon cases. And finally, we have Golden Dawn, a team of cleaners looking to make a living as bounty hunters. The leader is Kyo Sawashiro. But who is that? Well, let's go over to the brand new Digimon BeatBreak website with that amazing new key art featuring the main cast of this show. With the introduction, E-Pulse, which is generated by human thoughts and emotions, was used as the energy source source for the AI support device, Sapotama. From the shadows of this remarkable development, terrifying monsters appear. Digimon are living beings that evolve by consuming E-Pulse. Tomorrow Tenma is drawn into an extraordinary experience after meeting Geckomon, who suddenly appears from his Sapotama. While living together with Kyo Sawashiro and other members of the bounty hunting team Golden Dawn, Tomorrow renews his resolve. What new future will be forged by humans and Digimon? So let's jump over to the characters, Golden Dawn. The fact that Golden Dawn are organized like this on the website indicates to me that we might be seeing a kind of Cross Wars-esque faction thing going on with other cleaners, and they're going to get added as time goes on, which I think would be very cool. So first off, we have Tomorrow Tenma, who is 15 years old. He tends to take a critical look at everything. Influenced by his older brother, he often taps out rhythms with his drumsticks. So yes, he's a drummer. It is musical again. He joins the Golden Dawn for a certain purpose. I think it's also very cool that Tomorrow Tenma is in a show about the future. It's about tomorrow. He represents the tomorrow, the future of Digimon, and his surname Tenma, he's the protagonist of the 10th season of Digimon Anime. Insane. Then there is Geckomon, a Digimon born from Tomorrow's Sapotama. Always hungry, satisfying its appetite is its top priority. It sticks its nose into everything and charges ahead without even thinking about the consequences. It's a reptile, it's data type, interestingly not virus as some people suspected. It likes minced meat cutlets, and it dislikes patience. Then we got a new character reveal today, Reina Sakia, voiced by Tomoyo Kurosawa, who has done voices in a lot of things, like Rebecca in Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Misaki in Bang Dream, Ulti in One Piece, but also interestingly is the voice of Yoko in Digimon New Century, the Chinese exclusive mobile game. Love that. Reina is 16 years old and she is Golden Dawn's loose cannon. Her role is to attract enemies on the front lines. In an attempt to break through stalemate, she often runs out of E-Pulse and collapses. I think that's interesting. She's using up her energy, kind of like a stamina meter in a video game almost. Some people are more conservative and some people are more reckless. And her partner is Pristimon. Pristimon is voiced by Mutsumi Tamura, who has been in One Piece, various other anime, but also was the voice of Hero in Digimon Ghost Game. Oh my gosh. Reina's partner looks like a raccoon and has a big sister personality. Grew up like family together with Reina from a young age. It's a puppet just like Shumon, which I think is super cool. There's obviously a lot of puppet Digimon, but my mind's going to Shumon recently, and it's a vaccine. Do bear in mind that they say raccoon here though, because I'm going to talk about some etymology that Wikimon put up for these new Digimon in a minute. Then we've got Makoto Kuonji, voiced by Adisa Sekine, who has a much more limited amount of voice roles, but can be seen in things like Pokemon Horizons as some background characters, and Digimon Ghost Game, where she voiced Aoi, the Hawkmons, and the Orcamons. Pretty cool. Makoto is 10 years old, responsible for Golden Dawn's analysis and the annoying stuff, according to Reina. Although he has a serious personality, he can sometimes be ruthless with his words towards others. This is a crazy little 10-year-old. 10 years old. Should you even be on this team? He also likes horror movies, which I think is very funny. And his partner is Kairopmon, or Kiropmon, voiced by Misaki Kuno, who does a lot of dubbing of foreign films and things like that, as well as the voice of Hina in Beyblade X. But I believe this is Misaki Kuno's first Digimon role. Kiropmon is Makoto's partner Digimon. He has an otaku-style personality and isn't satisfied unless he checks out anything that catches his eye. He has a habit of muttering to himself. I love that. Little otaku bat, really evoking to me actually physically Appmon, like Hackmon, but obviously going in a much more bat-like direction. I think it's very cool. Kairopmon is a mammal and a virus type who loves Digimon observation. And finally, for the characters revealed, we have Kyo Sawashiro, voiced by Yohei Azakami, who really gained recognition recently for his role in Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury. Gonna butcher this name, I've not seen this anime, but Guel Jeturk, and amazingly was the voice of Rio in Digimon Survive. Again, another Digimon alumni voice actor. Leader of the Golden Dawn, a genius cleaner with top-class abilities, he calls his friends family and cherishes them, and he's 22 years old. He's also born on November 11th, and I'm born on November 9th, so I feel like I resonate with him. His partner is Murasamemon, and yeah, if anyone else is getting Leomon vibes, I guess we'll see if this guy lives the season. But really interestingly, Murasamemon is the currently only ultimate on the team. This is not a champion, this is an ultimate level. Kyo Kyo's partner Digimon. Although it boasts overwhelming strength in battle, it's usually found sleeping in its pre-evolved form, Kugamon. So there we go, we got a confirmation of a Kugamon too. Now I thought for a second that Kugamon might be the Digimon we see Gekomon attacking in the trailer, however I'm not confident. I can definitely see that Digimon digivolving into Murasamemon, but I don't think it's going to be Kugamon. Murasamemon is a Beastman and a virus type, and yeah, really cool, but I do get big Leomon vibes from him. His voice actor Daiki Hamano is an established voice actor in many things, including Luca in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, but this is, I believe, his first Digimon role. Also, thanks to Tsukiyukimon in my Discord, back when Digimon BeatBreak was first teased, we did get these kind of silhouette things that actually might be teasers of the evolutions for the partners that were revealed today, plus Gekomon. We can see this, which looks like it very much could be a Pristimon evolution, a believable Gekomon champion. These ears just line up straight to Kiropmon, so that might not be an evolution, and similarly, that is just Murasamemon. So yeah, it looks like we might actually have already seen Gekomon and Pristimon's evolutions at the bare minimum. Then if we go over to the staff and cast portion of the website, we see a lot of familiar faces. Of course, the original concept by Akiyoshi Hongo, that definitely real person. Digimon design by Kenji Watanabe, and really interesting to me is series composition by Ryota Yamaguchi, who, as Wikimon points out, was also the series composer for Digimon Savers or Digimon Data Squad. And I know that season could be a little bit divisive, but the themes of that season carrying through into the reinterpretation of a Digimon defending / attacking group in the cleaners, I think is very interesting. Love to see someone that worked on Data Squad taking on a new anime. We also got some testimonials from these various new cast members. Samoyo Kurosawa, the voice of Reina, says, "I am truly honored to have the opportunity to participate in the new horizon of Digimon as the voice of Reina. Since she is a girl with a lot of bite, there are a bunch of chances to have fun playing around during daily recordings. So I'm looking forward to what's to come. Please support us." Pristimon's voice actor, Mutsumi Tamura, says, "I have been fortunate enough to have had the opportunity to be involved in a variety of Digimon projects. This time I'll be playing a Digimon. Many of the Digimon are very innocent characters, and watching them made me feel love for them and my heart ache. Now I want to work hard to become someone who can move people's hearts in that way. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of Digimon I'll meet this time and what kind of bonds we'll see." Makoto's voice actor, Arisa Sekine, said, "Digimon Adventure is my favorite and the show I've watched the most in my life. When it was decided that I would be involved in the Digimon series as Kwanji Makoto, the excitement, thrills, and sparkles I felt as a child came back to me, as I had always admired the chosen children, but had given up on becoming one after becoming an adult. Together with Makoto, I will give it my all so that Digimon BeatBreak will be loved by many people." Kiropmon's actor, Misaki Kuno, says, "My name is Misaki Kuno and I will be playing Kiropmon. A friend who loves Digimon once said to me, 'Mi-chan, please play a Digimon one day.' And since I answered okay, it became my dream to one day play a Digimon. For that reason, I am personally very happy to have had this opportunity. The recording sessions are also a lot of fun. I'll do my best to portray Kiropmon, so please look forward to it." Kyo's voice actor, Yohei Azakami, said, "It's been about 25 years since I was engrossed in watching Digimon Adventure back then. I never thought I would be able to appear in a TV series that's still ongoing. I want to brag to my younger self about it, while remembering the excitement I felt back then, while once again feeling the bond between friends and partners. I will do my best to play the role of Kyo. Thank you very much." And finally, Murasamemon, voiced by Daiki Hamano, said, "I will be the voice of Murasamemon. My name is Daiki Hamano. It was June in 1997. When I was in the 4th grade, I held my allowance in hand and met up with a friend to go to a local toy store called Akai Kutsu. We competed by pressing the small buttons of the Digimon game we had acquired as hard as we could. Nearly 30 years have passed since then. I am thrilled to have been given the dream opportunity to play a Digimon. I will use this feeling as fuel to evolve and do my best to help create a Digimon series that many people can become obsessed with." And going back to when Tomorrow and Gekomon's voice actors were revealed, we also got these from them. From Tomorrow's voice actor, Miyu Irino. "Digimon was one of the main things I played when I was in elementary school. I raised my Digimon with all my heart and had a great time playing together with my friends. I am very honored to be able to play the main character in a Digimon series. I want children today to be able to feel the same excitement that we felt back then. And for the busier generations of today, I want to remind them of a time when they were so engrossed in playing. I want people to remember those days. That's right, regardless of age or gender. I have no doubt that it will be a work that resonates with all generations. Look forward to the broadcast starting soon." And Gekomon's voice actor, Megumi Han, said, "I spent my childhood wanting to be one of the chosen children, and ever since I started this job, Digimon have made my wildest dreams, even beyond the infinite reaches of normal dreams, come true time and time again. This time I finally get to play my first partner Digimon. I hope to be given the opportunity to give back to the fans and to the content all the wonderful feelings I have received from Digimon so far. So I will enter the world of Digimon BeatBreak as tomorrow's partner Gekomon. The bonds and adventures of Digimon partners have continued to evolve with the times. Now it's possible to bring this work to you. We are putting our hopes into that crescent moon that we will be able to give everyone who has always loved Digimon something that will remain unchanged into the future." And that is a huge note for me here, from top to bottom. People people working on this anime, particularly the voice cast, but also people working on it, are Digimon fans. They're not just people who created Digimon back in the day, the people that worked on Digimon throughout its run, and people who have nostalgic memories of Digimon from when they were children. The next generation Digimon fans, including Hara working on the Digimon game side of things, are now making Digimon product. It's amazing. And that push from people who love Digimon, who grew up on Digimon, I think is why we're seeing such a big push for Digimon this year. Yes, as I touched on earlier, Wikimon does have some etymologies for the new Digimon partners. Pristimon may come from Pristinailerus, an ancient relative of the red panda. That's why I think it's interesting that they say that Pristimon looks like a raccoon on the website. It kind of does look like a tanuki to me, but it's supposed to be a red panda, or at least a red panda raccoon hybrid. Chiropmon may come from Chiroptera, the order that bats belong to. I think that's very likely. And Murasamemon may come from Murasame Maru, a magical katana from the novel Nanso, Satomi Hakenden. So yeah, all these characters look amazing. I love Tomorrow and Gekomon, but I love the diversity we're seeing with the partner Digimon. All cute, but in non-conventional ways, I think. And then there's Murasamemon, which I know a lot of you are going to be going crazy for. And he's an ultimate level, so it's actually fine this time, I guess. I'm so excited for this season. It feels like it's building on the things that Ghost Game had going for it, but in a much more narrative direction, introducing elements from other seasons, and indeed even things like, you know, cyberpunky vibes. People are saying this is a horror anime. I don't think this is going to be straight up as horror as Ghost Game, but more that kind of sci-fi near future horror we might get about a dystopian society. I am so excited for Digimon BeatBreak. It's going to be an insane October. I do not know what my Spooktober Spectacular is going to look like this year, because there's going to be so much Digimon content to talk about. But yeah, this anime looks amazing. Let me know your thoughts on Digimon BeatBreak in the comments down below, and I will try and get live in a couple of days or maybe tomorrow. But there will be another video on Sunday, so make sure you gas that up as well. It's got a sponsor, so I'd really appreciate it. And yes, go fill out that Digimon questionnaire and tell them that you like watching your boy here on YouTube. It really could help the channel in ways you'd never know. I got to go play Digimon Story Time Stranger in LA in June. Who knows what the future could hold, and I could take you with me. And thank you to ZDK14, my sovereign, over on patreon.com/Karn EX, and everyone else who supports me over on Patreon. You guys are the goats, and everyone here on YouTube channel memberships too. If you want to become one of them, you can click the join button below this video, kind of near the subscriber button. For a couple of bucks a month, get early access to all my videos, plus there's other tiers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time when we go digital. Bye bye.